Your car starts acting strange, warning lights appear, battery drains faster, systems behave unpredictably, and no one gives you a clear answer. So you take it to a shop, and they charge you hundreds just to figure it out. But here's something most drivers never hear. A huge number of these issues don't come from broken parts. They come from confused systems. Today, you're about to learn 17 powerful reset techniques used by experienced mechanics to bring cars back to normal, without scanners, without expensive tools, and without wasting money. Some are quick, some are deeper, and a few will completely change how you understand your car. Let's begin. 17. Ignition Pulse Reset. Turn the key halfway, pause for a few seconds, then switch it off, and repeat the process several times in a controlled rhythm. This simple action may look ordinary, but it quietly forces your car's system to reassess its current state. Each cycle gives the electronic modules another chance to verify whether previously detected faults are still present. In many situations, temporary glitches caused by voltage fluctuations or brief sensor misreads remain stored even after the issue disappears. By repeating this ignition pattern, you're encouraging the system to refresh its evaluation, instead of relying on outdated data. It's a subtle reset that doesn't involve tools, yet it can clear unnecessary warnings and restore normal behavior. But this only refreshes signals. The next method actually wakes up every sensor at once. 16. Sensor wake sequence. Insert the key and turn it to the on position without starting the engine. Then leave it there for around 10 seconds while the dashboard lights remain active. During this short window, the car quietly performs internal checks across multiple systems, reintroducing communication between sensors that may have lost synchronization. Oxygen sensors, airflow sensors, and voltage monitors begin recalibrating their baseline expectations without any driver input. It may look like nothing is happening, yet deep inside the system, multiple components are aligning themselves again. This is especially useful after a battery reconnect or system interruption. When done correctly, it restores balance between modules and prepares the car for smoother operation immediately after startup. And once sensors regain alignment, the next step focuses on recalibrating how your input is interpreted. 15. Pedal range calibration. With the ignition turned on and the engine still off, press the accelerator pedal slowly all the way down, hold it briefly, then release it in a controlled motion back to its resting position. This process helps the system redefine the exact limits of pedal input, ensuring the computer correctly understands minimum and maximum throttle positions. Over time, small inconsistencies can develop between pedal movement and system response, especially after electrical interruptions. By performing this calibration, you're restoring accuracy in how the car interprets your driving commands. The result is smoother acceleration, improved responsiveness, and reduced hesitation when pressing the pedal. It's a simple action that directly improves how the vehicle reacts, which brings up something interesting, because not all issues come from input. Some come from stored memory itself. 14. Short power cut reset. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and leave it off for a few minutes before reconnecting it carefully. This brief interruption cuts power to multiple modules and clears minor inconsistencies that build up over time within the system. Unlike deeper resets, this method targets surface-level irregularities without fully wiping learned behavior. It's useful when the car shows small electrical issues, like random warnings or slight performance inconsistencies. During the disconnection period, internal circuits lose temporary data, allowing a cleaner restart when power returns. Once reconnected, the system stabilizes quickly and resumes normal operation without needing extended relearning time. It's quick, effective, and often overlooked by drivers. But surface resets only go so far. The next method interferes directly with stored error data. 13. ECU Memory Interrupt. Locate the fuse box and identify the fuse responsible for ECU or engine control memory. Then carefully remove it for around 30 seconds before placing it back in position. This action interrupts the system's ability to retain stored fault codes, effectively clearing outdated or irrelevant error data that may still trigger warning lights. Unlike a full battery reset, this method isolates memory without affecting other vehicle settings. It's particularly useful when a problem has already been fixed but the system hasn't updated its status. By briefly cutting this connection, the computer is forced to drop old references and reassess current conditions. When restored, the system often behaves more accurately and efficiently. And once memory is cleared, the system still needs something important: confirmation through real conditions. 12. Drive cycle reset. Start the engine and drive the car under normal conditions, allowing it to experience a mix of steady speeds, gradual acceleration, and complete stops. This process allows the system to evaluate real-world data instead of relying only on stored memory. Many warning lights remain active not because a problem still exists, but because the system hasn't verified that it's gone. By completing a natural driving cycle, the car observes sensor behavior across different conditions and updates its internal status accordingly. It's a passive yet powerful method that requires no tools or intervention. Often, after one or two complete cycles, the system clears itself without any manual reset needed, which reveals something unexpected. Sometimes the system doesn't need force, it needs time. 11. Full battery reset. Remove the negative terminal of the battery and leave it disconnected for at least 5 to 10 minutes before reconnecting it securely. During this time, stored electrical energy gradually dissipates from various components, allowing the system to release accumulated data and reset its internal state. This method clears learned behavior, such as fuel adjustments, sensor corrections, and adaptive driving patterns. Once power is restored, the car begins rebuilding its baseline from scratch, which may temporarily affect idle or responsiveness. However, after a short period of driving, performance typically stabilizes and improves. It's a deeper reset compared to quick fixes, and is widely used when issues become persistent or difficult to trace. If you're learning something new so far, that's exactly the kind of knowledge most drivers pay for without realizing it. So subscribe now, because this channel is all about saving you money before you even spend it. But even after this reset, something subtle can still remain hidden inside the system. 10. Residual charge drain. After disconnecting the battery, take both terminals and briefly connect them together for around 10 to 20 seconds before reconnecting them properly. This step removes any leftover electrical charge stored inside capacitors and internal circuits that remain active even after power is cut. That hidden charge can preserve fragments of data or glitches within the system, preventing a complete reset. By draining it entirely, you ensure the system starts from a truly clean state without any residual influence. This method goes beyond standard resets and is often the reason stubborn issues finally disappear. Once completed, the system reboots with no lingering memory from previous conditions. And once everything is cleared completely, the next step focuses on rebuilding stability from zero. 9. Idle stabilization cycle. Start the engine and let it run without any additional load for a few minutes, allowing it to settle naturally at idle. After that, gradually introduce electrical demand by turning on headlights, air conditioning, or other systems one by one. This controlled process helps the system relearn how to balance airflow, fuel delivery, and engine load under different conditions. When idle behavior becomes unstable due to resets or interruptions, this method restores equilibrium step by step. The engine begins adjusting itself smoothly instead of reacting abruptly. Once completed, vibrations reduce, RPM stabilizes, and overall performance feels more consistent. It's a simple yet structured way to rebuild internal balance, which makes you think differently because smooth operation isn't just reset, it's recalibrated. 8. Transmission Adapt Reset. Drive the car gently after performing a reset, avoiding aggressive acceleration and sudden braking, while allowing the transmission to relearn shift patterns gradually. Modern systems adapt based on driving habits, and over time those patterns can become inefficient or inconsistent. By maintaining smooth inputs, you guide the system toward optimal shifting behavior again. This method doesn't rely on direct commands, but instead reshapes how the system responds through real usage. As the transmission relearns, gear changes become more predictable, smoother, and better aligned with driving conditions. It's a gradual improvement that becomes noticeable over time rather than instantly. And while movement patterns matter, sensor positioning plays an equally critical role next. 7. Steering angle relearn. Turn the steering wheel fully to one side until it reaches its limit. Hold briefly, then rotate it completely to the opposite side and repeat this motion several times. This process allows steering sensors to recalibrate their full range of motion and re-establish accurate positioning data. When these sensors lose alignment, the vehicle may feel slightly unstable, drift unexpectedly, or show inconsistent steering feedback. By completing this sequence, the system relearns exact steering limits and improves communication between control modules. It's particularly useful after battery resets or alignment-related work. Once recalibrated, steering response becomes more precise and consistent during driving. But physical alignment isn't everything. The next method activates systems that usually stay unnoticed. 6. Dual circuit activation. With the ignition in the on position and the engine off, press the accelerator pedal gently and hold it, then apply the brakes simultaneously for several seconds before releasing both. This action activates multiple electrical circuits at once, forcing different systems to operate together instead of independently. Over time, rarely used circuits can become inefficient due to inactivity, leading to minor inconsistencies in performance. By engaging them simultaneously, you stimulate balanced electrical flow across the system. This helps maintain circuit responsiveness and prevents uneven load distribution. It's a subtle method that supports overall system health rather than fixing a single issue directly, which leads to a different realization. Some problems come from systems that stop communicating properly. 5. Security system resync. Use the key or remote to lock and unlock the vehicle multiple times in a controlled sequence, ensuring all doors are closed during the process. This action forces the security system and central control module to re-establish communication with each other. When synchronization is disrupted, it can lead to unexpected electrical behavior, including battery drain or delayed responses. By repeating this pattern, the system refreshes its connection and eliminates mismatched signals between components. It's particularly useful after battery changes or electronic interruptions. Once completed, standby power usage often improves and system responses become more consistent. And once communication is restored, the next step involves allowing everything to fully shut down. 4. Module sleep cycle. Turn the car completely off, remove the key, and leave the vehicle untouched for several minutes without opening doors or activating any systems. During this time, electronic modules gradually enter a deep sleep state where background processes stop running. This allows the system to reset internal communication pathways without interference. Many minor glitches persist simply because modules never fully shut down. By allowing this complete rest period, the system can restart cleanly the next time power is applied. It's a passive reset that relies on timing rather than action. Once restarted, the vehicle often behaves more stable and predictable. But rest alone isn't always enough. Sometimes the restart itself needs to follow a sequence. 3. Controlled restart sequence. Insert the key and turn it to the ON position. Then switch it off, repeating this process multiple times before starting the engine. Each cycle activates different layers of system checks, gradually bringing modules online in a structured manner. Instead of starting everything at once, this method allows the system to initialize step by step. It reduces the chance of miscommunication between components during startup. By the time the engine finally starts, most systems are already aligned and functioning correctly. This creates a smoother and more stable startup experience. It's a controlled way to rebuild system coordination from the ground up. And once coordination improves, the next step ensures nothing incomplete remains behind. 2. Extended power off reset. Disconnect the battery and leave it off for a longer duration than usual, allowing enough time for all internal systems to fully discharge and reset completely. Unlike shorter resets, this method ensures deeper layers of stored data are cleared, including those that persist beyond quick disconnections. During this period, internal memory structures release any remaining traces of previous conditions. When power is restored, the system begins from a truly clean state, without influence from past data. It's particularly useful for stubborn or recurring issues that resist basic resets. The longer disconnection allows a more thorough reset process overall, which sets the stage for the final step where everything comes together at once. 1. Full system reinitialization. Combine reset procedures with proper relearning steps, starting with a clean power state and followed by controlled system activation. This includes reconnecting the battery, performing ignition cycles, and allowing the vehicle to idle before driving. Each stage contributes to rebuilding communication between modules, sensors, and control systems. Instead of relying on a single action, this approach aligns every part of the system in sequence. The result is a fully synchronized vehicle where all components operate in harmony. It's not just a reset, but a complete reinitialization of how the car functions. When done correctly, performance feels refined and consistent. And once you understand this process, you stop reacting to problems and start controlling them before they appear. Most drivers, guess, smart drivers, reset. Subscribe, because the next thing you learn might save you more than you expect.